Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Say hello, everyone. I have a cookie. I love you.
I love. Can I have a kiss? Okay.
Kiss. I love you.
I love you.
Can I have a kiss? Oh, this is so cute. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel today. So today, I'm just going to be doing a video featuring some of my favorite newborn items. And I know it sounds strange considering my daughter is 2.5 years old, and you already know that if you know me, but I still get asked a lot on what are some of the favorite items that I used when she was a newborn, just because some of my friends are becoming moms or already moms, but I still get asked a few times on what my favorite newborn items are, so I just decided to do it in a video. So I'm also trying to film with my 2-year-old, so you may see her come in and out of the camera. We'll see how this works. But anyways, I'm just going to show you some of the items that worked for me when she was a newborn. So this was about 2.5 years ago, but I still remember those days like they just happened, because even though it's been 2.5 years, it's flown by like 6 months. Not even kidding you. Time flies, especially when you have a kid and they just grow up like that and you're like, what? Anyways, let's just get to it. The first item that I used a ton when Emery was born, and a lot of moms already recommend this, but I used the swaddles. Now they have the muslin swaddles like this one, and they're just really thin and they are really long. That's the nice thing. If I were to unfold this thing would be super long, but there's this kind of a swaddle, and then there's the swaddle knees that Emery used when she was a baby, and they just have the Velcro like this, and you just kind of put their feet in right here, and then you just Velcro them up like that, so you just kind of fold it together. I think I screwed this up. Oh, maybe those 2.5 years have done some bad for me. Okay. Alright, so you fold it just like that, and keeps your baby swaddled. So there's that, and there is just a regular swaddle blanket like this. So this one, still pretty long, but it shrank in the wash a few times, and it's a little bit shorter. But this one's super stretchy, and so that's why I love this as a swaddle blanket. So if I were to recommend one over the other, and this is just what works for me, so do what works for you, but the one that worked the best for me were swaddle blankets themselves. So, like the muslin blanket. This is probably the blanket that I swaddled Emery the most in when she was a newborn, and mostly just because we already had her in like those footy pajamas, and our heat was on in the winter, because she was born in the wintertime, and I just didn't want to wrap her in something that was already going to be extra warm and have her get too hot. Like, that was like one of my biggest worries. And so we wrapped her in this, and it kept me at ease because it wasn't thick, so I wasn't worried that she was going to get super hot, but it kept her wrapped up, and you could wrap her so tightly that she'd stay like a little burrito and her hands wouldn't get out or anything. And that's what I love about this. So I think this is a Little Unicorn one. That's the brand. Let me think. Yeah. So this is a Little Unicorn one, and I love this brand just because they are super long, and it's just, they have cute prints. As you can see, this one's like a blueberry one. It's super cute. And I just love the fact that I didn't have to worry about her being too hot, but it kept her nice and nestled, and she didn't get out of it until she's like about 2-3 months old, when they really start to to move around. So yes, this is the one that I use the most of. And here's another one that's not a Little Unicorn one. This is one I think I got in a pack at Walmart, but still. Then I use this one a lot too. This came in like a swaddle blanket pack. I think I got this at a baby shower, but this one, I think it might have come from JCPenney. I think it's gosh, I think it's a Carter's one, I want to say. Yeah, because it looks a lot like the prints that they have, but it was super stretchy, and I love this a lot. Emery eventually outgrew it, and I just had to use just the muslin on her, but this was probably one of the majority things that she was wrapped in when she was a baby. So now about the Swaddle Me's, I used these a few times, but the problem that I came across was her arms would get out, or her hands would get out in this little hole they have here. And I mean, no matter how tight I tried to wrap her, she'd somehow get out of it and it'd wake her up, or I would, yes, I just find her like with her hand out like this, and it just looked uncomfortable. So these worked a little for me, but I didn't use them a ton. But I'd still recommend them just because there's a lot of moms that love these just because it worked so well on their baby. And it's a lot easier than wrapping them in the muslin blankets. But again, just try both of them out. Do what works for you. Yeah, I wish Emery kind of worked in these because they're a lot easier than creating like a massive little burrito on your baby. So the next newborn item I'm going to share are something that kind of follows the swaddling phase. Now I know it's not exactly newborn type of stuff, but I feel like it's important because it follows the swaddle sort of phase, and I used it a lot in the first few months and going up until just a few months ago when she stopped using it. The item I'm telling you about is the Zippity Zip. Now some of you already may have heard of it, and let me tell you, this like saved me when I was trying to transition her out of swaddling, because she wasn't necessarily ready to go from swaddle to no swaddle. The problem I had is she kept waking up because she feels like she's falling, but she'd wake up a lot throughout the night, and it just was like sleepless nights, and you know, if you're a mom, you know it's hard. So anyways, I was doing a lot of research. I asked a lot of friends, and they all swore by the Zippity Zip. And if you don't know what it is, it's pretty much a wearable blanket with a zipper, and it comes in a lot of cute prints, and they have these little edges. So as you can see, it's not like, it just goes like this. So the hand goes in here, and the feet are the same way on the bottom. So it prevents that falling feeling, or it's supposed to help with it. And it helped Emery a ton. Going along with that, I will say that it did take her a little bit of time to get used to this. Some babies might sleep excellent the first night in this. It took Emery a little bit. She slept in this up until just a few months ago, and when she outgrew the largest size that they had. And it was great. I would just put her in pajamas, and then I put her in this. And so this was kind of her little blanket, and then she'd go right to sleep. So that kind of followed my swaddling phase, and I get that question a lot. They're like, how did you transition from swaddling to not swaddling? And this is how I did it with the Zippity Zip. I think it's made by the company Sleeping Baby. I ended up seeing this like on Shark Tank too. So, and when I watch Shark Tank, I'm like, I can sit here and be like, yes, that worked for my baby. So yeah, it comes in many different sizes. It comes in, this one's medium. I can't remember if they have small or not, but they have medium and large. I think they have a small. I'm not sure. You may have to look on their site. You may have to look on their site, Sleeping Baby. But yeah, this was absolutely great when I was trying to swaddle transition. So anyways, and the different fabrics is important too, just because they have the lightweight fabric, and then they also have one that's fleece, so it's a little bit warmer. So a little bit when I felt like it was a little colder night, even when we had the heat on, I put her in the fleece one. And again, they have cute prints. So this one is like a fox print, and this one was more like a Christmas print, and she got this for Christmas, like when she was like a year, like almost, yeah, like a year old or something like that. But even out of Christmas, she still slept in it. So that is the second item that kind of follows up. Now the next item I'm going to tell you about is something you are going to use from newborn to a few months to however long they use it, and that is the Boppy. And mine's already packed away, so that's why I've got this big huge package. You're like, what? But yes, I use this a lot because I nursed Em when she was a baby, and this was so handy to have. And if you don't know what it is, it's got like, it's just pretty much like a little pillow. You put the boppy around you just like this, and then you place the baby here and it helps nurse. Or if you just want them to be more comfortable with your bottle feeding them, you put the same way, just put it around you. And it helped so much because it saved the trouble of trying to like juggle, like hold the baby and then nurse, or hold the baby and then bottle. This just really helped keep Em elevated when I was nursing her. I loved this, and so that's why I had to share it. Another boppy item that I had to share too was the boppy lounger, and my mom, my sweet, sweet mother, got me this because she could probably see Shawnee needs something that's gonna like help her so that the baby can be by her, but she can have her hands free while she's next to the baby. And if you don't know what the boppy lounger is, it's pretty much exactly how it sounds. So again, this one's packed away. I'll try and show you a little bit closer. But as you can see, like in the picture, if you can see the picture, hopefully, it pretty much fits your baby to a T when you put them in there. And it's just this little pillow that they can lay on when they're right next to you. And a lot of times that's what I did. Just to get out of my bedroom, I'd go into my living room and I would set her on the floor and I would just sit like this next to a couch, and I would just sit there and I would have her right next to me and would watch a movie or something like that. But that kind of gave my hands a little bit of freedom. She's right next to me, and I even put her in there when she was all swaddled up and I'm sitting right there. They pretty much made it so that you could just chill right next to your baby when you're right next to them, of course. The next item I'm going to show you is the Milk Snob car seat cover. Now if you're looking at this, you're like, what in the world? It looks like a blanket. It kind of is. This was amazing because when Emery needed to go out, I put this on her car seat. And if you guys haven't seen those, it's like the type of car seat. I should have gotten my car seat out to show you. But pretty much you stick this through the top of the car seat and you pull it over and it's stretchy and it fits over the car seat. And I liked it a lot better because I felt like it was more enclosed. So if I ever needed to go to the store, or when she needed to go to the doctor's office for a visit or something, this helped kind of keep her covered, and it just made me feel a lot better. It also helped with the cold, and because it was wintertime when she was born. Anyways, I just loved this. Did you know it's like multi-use too? So if you're nursing a baby, you just sit there and you put it over your head just like this, and then you nurse your baby and it covers great. So it worked not only for a car seat cover, but it works as a nursing cover, and this is what I use as my nursing cover like probably 99% of the time because it was right there. So if I was traveling somewhere and I needed to nurse Em, I would just grab this and it was great. And again, the brand is Milk Snob. I absolutely love it. And I only had one, so this one was used a ton. And they come in all sorts of different patterns. I think now they have like Disney patterns and stuff. So cute. They didn't have Disney patterns when I looked into it, but rest assured when I have my next kid, I will be buying another 1 or 2 or 3 of these just because they were so helpful. My next item, it's pretty simple, but it's the baby carrier. This one's been used a lot. This is the one that I used. My mom got it for me. It's Infantino. You can see them in stores like Walmart and all that, but I used a baby carrier a ton, and I know that kind of sounds like, oh yeah, well, baby carrier, like, yeah. But this is just an item I used a ton because Em, she suffered from a little bit of colic and reflux when she was a baby, and that caused her to like hardly want to be put down and always wanting to be held or by me. And that's really hard when you feel like you need to like do some cleaning or do the dishes or, you know, just do anything really. This was so helpful because I could carry her around with me and get some stuff done, and she'd fall asleep in it, and it was just like, it was perfect for me. So baby carrier. Now I know some moms don't like this one because sometimes it can hurt your back. I think they have fabric ones too, like the wrap baby carriers. I used those a few times with Emery too. I just don't have mine right here. So baby carrier though, you get the picture. And the last thing I want to share, but I don't have, and it's because I didn't buy one, but I wish I did, is a sound machine of some type. Now there's many different brands that make these sound machines, like white noise type of sounds. And I would recommend one of those if your baby has trouble sleeping, or if you just want to help get your baby to sleep faster. That would have helped Emery a ton when she was a baby. I kind of learned about the sound machines, unfortunately, after Emery was done with the newborn phase. I just kind of was looking online and I started seeing a bunch pop up, and I'm like, man, that would have been so nice to have when she was a newborn. So I'm telling you, even though I don't have it. But, oh, there's so many different ones. They range from like vacuum sounds to just that staticky white noise. And it sounds so weird, but babies fall asleep to that so well. There is one thing though that really helped Emery a ton when she was a newborn. And if you don't have a sound machine, you could do like I did. I went on YouTube and I looked up some white noise or, you know, kind of newborn sounds that would help babies go to sleep. And the one that helped the most, if I find it, I'll link it below, just in case you're ever up at 2 in the morning like I was and you were like desperate to find something that may help your baby go to sleep. And I found that video and it helped a ton. I set it next to her at 2 in the morning with my phone, and that's how desperate you get. I just put my phone nearby her and I just played that, and guess what? She fell asleep, and it was just the sound of the heartbeat and the like fluid type noises, and it sounds crazy, but that put her to sleep and kept her to sleep, and it helps a ton when you need sleep and they need sleep. I will link that video below if I find it. Anyways, I hope this video helped you guys and showed you guys some of my newborn stuff that I have. I know I may be leaving out some things, but these are all the things that I could think of, and I literally went and dug out of all my little baby storage to show you guys this. So you're welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you new moms or moms to be or people in general ideas. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of all my little newborn shenanigans. Now I know I probably left some things out, but these are all the different things that I could think of while I was going through my storage, my baby storage. And yes, I did go through my baby storage for these because they're all packed away since Emery's like 2.5. Anyways, if you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and like and comment below. Comment on what baby items have worked for you if you're a new mom, because I'm always interested for eventually down the road when I have another kid, or it could help a new mom that's watching this video and they could get more ideas. So comment below, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.